Hi everybody, welcome back. If you are back, I'm not showing my face today because something's going on with the video. So I'm just talking in the background. And if you were just following along with me, we just finished lesson 3, duties owed to customers. If you get confused on customers and clients, you might want to review the previous videos. And now we're moving on to non-duties of licensees. These are our 4 lessons. This is lesson 4 of this unit. So if you're following along, it will be a unit exam after this one, okay? All right, let's move on. All right. We spent a lot of time outlining the duties to clients and customers, describing various facts. We also got some good acronyms in these videos to help us remember who does what, okay? Let's explore some activities that you can safely perform without breaching your obligations. These are known as non-duties. Let's see if we have any not yet reviewed. Let's look at this one. Okay, these are our acronyms that we went over in our last videos. You likely recall the acronyms OLD-CAR, okay, fiduciary duties owed to clients, and DRHP is the duties owed to customers. So if you need to go back through it again, go back and watch those videos. They're not really long. They're about 10 minutes. You probably remember what you are and aren't allowed to do as a result of responsibilities. You should know the fundamental differences between clients and customers. It can be a bit confusing, but we have some good news. General agency law spells out various activities that you normally perform in the course of your work as a real estate professional that will not breach your relationship. Okay? And so we have Ministerial Acts, which are not, it's not, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. That's not it. They are acts that perform for a non-client a transaction. They include processing paperwork, arranging a home inspection, assisting with a loan application. They assist in the completion of pre- and post-contract matters. Todd represents Roger in the sale of Roger's home. Samantha, the buyer, who is not Todd's client, needs to schedule a home inspection. Todd can lawfully assist Samantha in arranging the date, time, and place of the home inspection. He can even help her make contact with various inspectors, as long as he provides no recommendations, and Samantha selects the inspector. And this goes for any of this stuff, by the way. Give them several different options, but do not pick them, or, don't play politics here. This goes for title companies, mortgage companies, home inspectors, appraisers. Well, the bank usually sends you an appraiser, but any of these things, give them several different cards. And as you become a real estate salesperson, you're going to have all these people sending you cards. So, don't pick and choose based on politics. Who your favorite is, who's the sweetest one to you and gives you chocolate candy. Give them all the cards of all the people that send them to you and let them make the decision. Okay? And even if that's not breaching your contract, you're really not supposed to sit there and tell somebody who to take as a title company. You can make suggestions, but you really should offer at least 3 of each, okay? 3 title companies, 3 mortgage companies. Let the people decide who they want. Let them do their research. See who they want. Because if something goes wrong, then you're going to get blamed for it, and then they won't use you again. So it's not really good to do that. All right, I went down my little rabbit trail on that one. Because it happens. All right, Todd doesn't make any decision regarding issues of these types. And these are just called ministerial acts, okay? In life, this is just called being kind, okay, and courteous, because quite honestly, he's taking out his time to help this person, okay? And he really don't have to, because he's probably not even going to get some money for it. So it's really just called being kind and courteous. And you never know, they could give somebody your name and number, and you get a potential client down the road. So it always pays to be kind and courteous to people, even if you're not going to get money, okay? Keep in mind, Samantha would have her own representation, and not many of the agents will want to give away services if they are not earning a commission. Just what I said. I mean, he doesn't really have to do it. He ain't going to get no money, right? But we got to kind of look at it in a different way. You never know. Just keep sowing good seeds, and you'll get a harvest. You'll get a harvest in a different way, usually better than you expect. You might end up getting 2 or 3 clients in the future just from being nice to this one person without being compensated. Performing ministerial acts does not violate the duties to the client. These acts also don't form an agency relationship. All right, no breach of agency. All right, let's say you have a client, Larry, who entered into a listing agreement. Rhonda and her husband come in the office and want to look at some properties with characteristics similar to Larry's. You can't represent the couple when purchasing Larry's property, but your agency relationship with Larry doesn't prevent you from showing them available property. What if you have a buyer representation agreement with Sarah and Carl and stops by, asking them to show you properties similar to what Sarah is looking for? You can, and most likely will, have multiple buyer representation agreements with different clients who are all looking for similar properties. It doesn't necessarily mean they're all going to pick the same house, okay? Let's say you represented Thomas in the sale of his house and you get a signed contract on the property and it's headed to closing. Thomas complains that you've not been marketing his property. Are you in trouble? No, you're not. Unless your agreement with Thomas says otherwise, you're not required to seek additional offers on the property while it's under contract. That would be kind of stupid. That would be a waste of time. All right. John showed Sarah a property he listed on behalf of his seller client, Terrence. I want to say no. Carol decided not to present a lowball offer to the seller client. I would say that's a breach. Carlton had listing agreements with both Debbie and Susanna, whose properties were very similar. No breach there. When the property went under contract, Nancy terminated the ad she placed for Ernie's property. I would say there's no breach there. I mean, why do you keep advertising it if it's already under contract? Manuel signed a buyer representation agreement with both Leonardo and Maria and showed both of them the same property. No breach there. Let's see how we did. Oh my God, we got them all right. Wow. Maybe I learned something after all, huh? Okay, if you're doing any screenshots there you go. If you need a copy of any of the resources, be sure to contact me on my website. It will be free, and make sure you're specific in which one you want, because we have a lot of classes here, a lot of resources, and I'm not going to send every single person 100 different resources. Just get the ones you need. Okay, when can a licensee perform ministerial acts? What must occur to allow a licensee to perform acts in a transaction? Okay, I don't know. Let's see if that's right. No, permission to perform acts must be supplied in the broker's agreement. Okay. All right. Brokerage's agreement. Let's try this one. Okay. Okay, licensee can perform acts if permission is granted in the broker's agreement. Okay, when you sign up for a brokerage to work for them, they will put that in there. And usually they will let you do that because you might get potential clients from that. All right, crossing the line. All right, Joe asked licensee Martha to research the local to get an idea of the average days on a market in a school project. All right, let's see. Talking too much and I got a cough. All right, let's get back here. I would say this would be agency. Tanya represents Jose, who is trying to sell his house. With Jose's permission, Tanya works with Jose's buyer to set up an appraisal appointment. I think that's ministerial. Maria provides Ingrid, Bob's buyer, with advice about which inspector to use. As I said before, you don't give advice, okay? Just give them 2 or 3 different people and let them choose. Well, we're not going to go down that rabbit trail again. Brian, who represents seller Salvador, describes the property of Rhoda and her buyer's agent. Oh, boy. Let's see. Brian, who represents sellers, describes the property to Rhoda. Brian, who represents seller. Okay, I think this is just this. All right, Sally is buying Roberta's house. Virginia represents Roberta. Virginia advises Sally she should arrange for an inspection. Sally is buying Roberta's house. Virginia represents Roberta. Oh my God, this is so confusing. Virginia advises Sally that she should arrange for an inspection and survey. Okay. Virginia represents Roberta. Okay, I think it's just ministerial. No, okay. All right, providing advice of any kind to non-client crosses the line. We got a lot, oh my goodness, we got a lot of these wrong. Okay, apparently I'm not good at crossing the line, am I? Okay, Joe's intent is not to buy or sell real estate. This is a ministerial act, okay? Minister, agency. Apparently, you're not advised to give inspector. Okay, let's try this again. As agency. I got that wrong last time, so I don't want to get it wrong again. Oh boy, what did I say this one was? Agency? I can't remember what this one was. All right, who represents seller describes the property. Okay, I don't know about this one. Okay, good. I got them all right. Well, lucky guess. Okay. There you go. If you're taking a screenshot. All right, we're getting near the end of this unit. And just remember, we got our exam coming up for 4 units. So those who've been following along for the last 4 videos, our exam's up next. Let's see how you do. Stick with me. Join me on the next video. And keep following along. If you need to review any specific items, then you go back and just watch that video again. Take notes or whatever you got to do. All right, so that's the end of this one. This is the end of our unit. Our exam is next. If you're following along, I'll see you on the next video.